Just gonna get this all set up and then we're gonna go. Well, that's looking pretty good. We get Olynthos on the screen. So far so good. Everything seems to be going all right, with exception to the internet connection. Let me go ahead and turn down the music. And there we go. All right, and give me a couple more seconds and we'll be right to it. All right. Had to get some water. And I was going to do a little bit more building, but I think what we're going to do today is we're going to do some interiors instead. There we go. Okay. So, whoop, real choppy. All right. So, yeah, let's let the world load in. So if you remember from last time, we did some of these ones here on the side, which, you know, they came out all right. They were a bit difficult to figure out. But what we're going to do today is we're going to continue doing some of these interiors. Let's see here. We already did this one. Looks like we did that one. Looks like we did that one. Okay, did that one. Did that one. So I think we're to this one, right? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we're doing good. Oh, weird space. Okay. Oh, yeah, this is the one with the sort of wild, like, side entrance. Huh. Okay. Yes, that's what we're going to do. Yes, I am back from the ancient lands. And back on my home turf. Yep, exactly. Much to Delta's, you know, chagrin. Man, our flight system is all kinds of screwed up here in the States. Okay, so what we're gonna do, let's go ahead and get rid of all that. Hold on. I need to change my skin. So give me a second. I'm gonna put you back on hold. Is it this one? Hold on. No, that's the stream starting soon. Where's, is it this one? Yeah, be right back. There we go. Okay, let me change my skin, and then we'll get right back to it. Thankfully, thankfully there's not a lot of people on here to see this. And of course, this will probably be a VOD, but anyways, yeah. Okay, let me change my skin. Give me 2 seconds here. Okay, let's get this all back up and running here. Okay, there we go. Good skin. My classical ancient Greek skin. So very little to no record of evidence of underworld god culture worship. No, they didn't worship Hades or anything like that. That whole thing with people being obsessed with Hades and Persephone is a modern thing. There was no worship of any underworld gods or anything like that. In ancient Greece, they wouldn't even say his name because, you know, say his name and he shall appear type thing. Anyways, yeah, and of course, yeah, there are no repercussions for when the flights get all screwed up, which is, yeah, part of the reason why it sucks so much. Okay, let's go ahead and establish the Andron first. So for those of you who may or may not remember, the andron is the men's room, and it doesn't mean bathroom. That means the room where the men hung out. And normally it's in the front here, but we've got this little walkway instead. So, nope, not there either. And this is, yeah, and so an entrance into this. So I'm guessing if we're gonna do an andron, it needs to be, oh, that's awfully big room. Oh, there's 2 doors going into that room. Nope. Oof. This one's a tough one. It needs to be on the first floor. It needs to be towards the front of the house. So, I guess we're just gonna have to plop it down. I'll tell you what. This does not look like where the andron should be. This might be okay. If we do that though, we need to do that. Okay, because it was a private affair. So let's do that. That. And that. Oh. That. There we go. And you know what? Let's slap another one down right there. There we go. So, yeah, they would all sort of lounge and discuss things, politics, poetry, the whole thing. Sometimes it was only men allowed unless women were sort of the entertainers. And I mean that entertainers with a slight sort of like raising of my eyebrows sometimes, you know, one of those entertainers. Also music too. So anyways, you haven't flown in a long time? Good. It sucks now. Do we know there was no cults of the underworld gods, or was there a lack of evidence? No, we know there was no cults to them. We know there was. There is written textual evidence that says that people do not worship the underworld gods. Okay, so I think we did the ladder for some weird reason here, and I don't remember why. Thank you. Okay. It's annoying, but I guess we'll stick with it. Now this big room, I'm feeling this is like an enchantment room. That's what I'm feeling here. So let's go ahead and do, oh God, I already forgot where. Okay, there we go. We'll do that. That. What else do we need? We need bookshelves? They're not functional. Not redstone. What am I doing? Oh my God. Okay, you know what? Yeah. Oh. Okay, there we go. These guys here. All right. Let's go ahead and... I also learned something interesting. I used to think that these corner ones didn't help with the enchantment setup, but apparently they do. Kind of odd. I did some testing, and it works. So that's kind of weird. Because you would think that it's just completely sort of blocked off. But yeah. Anyways, let's see here. What do we get? We get that. See, level 30. There we go. Okay, and then what I want to do is I think I want to bring the carpet out a little bit farther. There we are. And oh, what do we need with this? We need anvil. We need a chest or a grindstone. We need a grindstone. And instead of a chest, we're gonna do barrels, because I like using the barrels. That's I'm in my barrel using days for some reason. I didn't used to like them, but I started doing this where I put them on the top there, sort of like cabinets, and I really like how that comes out. Anyways, grindstone. No, I want you to face the same way the grindstone. There we go. There we are. Look at that. That looks nice. I want just one in here. Thank you. There we go. So there you go. That looks nice. I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, I used to scan data of some ancient Roman poetry scrolls. Oh, are you talking about the Herculaneum scrolls? Yeah, that was pretty neat. I like that they're doing stuff like that now. Lots of good stuff in the world of technology. So, okay. I feel like this should be storage. Good enough. What if I did that instead? Well, I mean, okay. What if I did? What if I did this instead? And you just come in here and oh, no, that's I don't like any of that. All right, whatever. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. Let's stick a pin in that. Okay. So the top portion. Oh, I can't squeeze through there. Okay, fine. So we have the Andron. We have the enchantment area. What we need is a kitchen for smelting, a bedroom, and I think. This should be our kitchen, and this is our bedroom? Seems awfully big for a bedroom. We don't have much space here, so maybe we do this is a bedroom, and then we do this as our kitchen, which is our smelting, and potions. Yeah, and then out here we can do some workshops and stuff. So let's do that instead. So let's slap a bed down. We'll put ooh, thunder. Yeah, so also it is raining here, so we might you might lose me. If you lose me, I'll come back once it's back on. But don't worry too much. Ooh. I also have a surge protector on the computer, so I'm good. Where is I'm looking for an armor stand. Am I just like stupid here? Where's the armor stand? Oh, there it was. Nope, there it was. I saw it. There we go. Get the armor stand right here. Well, bam. There's our bedroom. Nothing too crazy. I mean, you don't need much for the bedroom. And we could also make use of this space too, a little bit. But for here, we will do our smelting and our potions. And then we'll get to talking about my trip to Greece. And I'll tell you all about all the fun wild stuff I got up to. Not a lot of fun or wild stuff. It was just I mean, it was fun, but it wasn't nothing crazy. Okay, so we still want to keep the barrels there. We do want to do a brewing stand. Let's do also a cauldron, because we're going to need that for the potions. Let's get some trapdoors in here. We're going to keep the barrels for storage instead. And let's also, we're going to need to do what is it? The soul sand? Yeah, soul sand. And we need the nether wart. There we go. Right, so that should be good. So let's go ahead and start setting some stuff up. So as you come in through the door, I'm thinking we have the smelting set up along here. So let's throw down like that. Let's do 2 smokers. Let's do that. There we go. So you have like this wall of smelters. Or furnaces, smelters. Jeez. See? Look at that. I'm still recovering from this trip. This trip was very long. Yeah. Maybe some of us like being hugged by all of our stuff. Yeah. Were the Titans worshipped? No. No, the Titans were not worshipped. Well, I mean, all depends. Some of the Titans weren't bad. But generally speaking, no. Titans were not worshipped. There we go. And we'll just do that. Nothing too crazy. Slap that there. And you know what? While we're at it, let's make this sort of its little own standalone little thing. That's nice. That's real nice, like that. Easy peasy. Let's go ahead and slap that there. We're going to put then this here. That is sort of standing on its own. Okay. What if we did this instead? What if we... this, and then this? Then it doesn't really look like it's standing on it. Oh, then it doesn't really look like it's standing on its own. Okay, so there you go. So there's that. We'll punch a hole right there. Oh, I can't put a... I can't put a fire underneath that. Oop. Okay, can't get out of there. So we'll just do that. There we go. Yeah, only the gods from Mount Olympus and some heroes. Yes, there's also smaller local deities that were worshipped as well. You got to remember the Titans revolted against the Olympians. So when the Olympians, so if your gods are the Olympians, you kind of don't want to be worshiping these the Titans, the ones who went up against them. Not exactly conducive to your health. So anyways, yeah, now that does sort of cut off a little bit of the window there, which I don't like. But oh well, that's fine. So there we go. There's our setup. Let's throw a carpet down in here though, because we need something. Not up against the stove. That's just weird. Anybody who has carpet in their if their kitchen is carpeted, that's just bizarre and mentally unwell. Let's do green. Let's see what this green looks like. Yeah, sort of like this little thing. So you're sort of standing in front of the station here and doing your thing. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. And I can't extend it there. So yeah, it's just like a little, I don't know, kind of like how you have the rubber mats in like industrial kitchens or kitchens at restaurants and stuff. There you go, right there. Yep, that's what we're gonna have right there. You like putting a hopper on top of your brewing stands. Very convenient. Yeah. I mean, the same could be said for the furnaces too, but it's fine. We're doing this old ancient Greek style. Okay, so bedroom. You know what? We might even be able to do a map setup here. What if we did a map setup in the bedroom? Right? We can do a map wall there. Let's hold off on that for just a second. Let's see if maybe we can make it work somewhere else. I really do like map rooms, but I know it's not everyone's sort of thing. So yeah, I think workshop. Workshop maybe here. I don't really dig it right here at the entrance. And that's too small for a workshop. And this is a little too small for a workshop too, but let's see if we can't squeeze it in there. So what do we need for a workshop? Stone cutter? That works. Yeah, the fletching table, since that has a ton of utility. Okay. That, oh, crafting table. Duh. What else? What else can we use in a workshop? Loom? I don't really use the loom a lot, but maybe some people do. Blast furnace, if you want to like melt down some armor, I guess. I don't know. I think that's pretty good. Just those right there. Let's see what we can figure out with this tiny little hole here. I mean, we do have this side of the wall too, so we could actually set it up this way. So why don't we slap that just like that? Okay. So you've got your, wrong button. Give me that. All right. So, okay. So here you go. Here's this station. And, yeah, that works. Okay. And then why don't we do like, why don't we do a stone cutter here? You can do something like that. I don't like that, but okay. Maybe we do something like this, and we slap the stone cutter on top. Okay, all right. That's I'm not hating it yet, but I am leaving a little room for me to hate it. So there we go. There's that, and that. There we go. And then what if we did smithing table, sort of the same thing, but we do it like maybe here? Because then we could slap down an armor stand. I mean, that doesn't look too bad. Needs some barrels and some chests. So let's go ahead and slap a chest down here, barrel here. Let's see if we can't make this work a little bit better. So let's do... Does this look weird if we put barrels like way the heck up here? I mean, it does. It does look weird. But not terrible. Not terrible. So what if we put a chest there? That ain't bad. That ain't bad. I think that's okay. How do we like that? How do we like that? I mean, it's a tight little squeeze in here, so it's a little hard to get things in there. You know? But maybe it's all right. Maybe it's all right. Maybe I put the crafting table here and another trap door there. That's a little better. I like that. Okay. And maybe I do like that. That's not too bad. What if I do that? Yeah, that's not bad. I like that. I like that. How do we like it? Tools on item frames on the wall below the barrels. Yeah, but then the item frames are visible. I mean, I really wish there was you could just slap stuff up on the walls instead of like having to use the item frames, you know? That'd be so much nicer if you could do that. Anyways, I'm digging this. I think that looks all right. There's a lot of empty space in this setup. So you've got like this with this sort of little entranceway here off of the main street, where you can kind of come in here, and then you come around and here's the little courtyard, and then you've got like all this empty space. So yeah, I don't know. I do think we can slap a little bit of a map room right here. Let's go ahead and do that. So, my trip to Greece. What did I do in Greece? That's a great question. Lescos, what did you do in Greece, I hear you ask? Because inquiring minds want to know. I did a few things. Oof, that's rough. What if we just do this? There we go. I did a few things. First and foremost, this trip was more outreach than anything else. Public outreach. I met with a lot of people. I don't know how much I can talk about it because things are still sort of up in the air. But there was a lot of talks with archaeologists, lead archaeologists at certain sites. There was a lot of talk with the ephorias. So the ephorias are yeah, let's do this. Let's open this up. Let's see, isn't that nice? That's nice. The ephorias are man, how would I describe it? It's a government agency that is in charge of museums and archaeological sites and how they're presented. So the ephoria is the people that basically determine how what a site sort of looks like when you show up. So they're the people that run the museums. They're the ones that they're the ones that decide what things go on display. Like they're the ones that do the budgeting, things of that nature. The Andron's actually fine. So I spoke with a couple of different representatives from the ephoria, the people actually in charge of the ephoria too, not just some randos from there, not like the secretary or anything. I'm talking about like the actual people about this whole VR thing, and I got to show off a lot of the simulation. I got to show it off to a lot of different people, archaeologists and the ephoria and stuff like that, and a lot of people really liked it. I think we're good. I think this one's good. This one's a little rough because there's not much to it. There's actually very few rooms in this house. So that's an interesting one. Let's move on to the next one. So yeah, so it was a pretty good productive time over there in Greece. Man, I really don't like how high this is. We're gonna bring this down. We're also gonna open it up. So yeah, so I'll just run over sort of the chronologically what I did my time in Greece. Yeah, we do need a tool rack. Shelves, yeah, I forgot about shelves. Shelves might be good. So the first week I was there, I actually attended a conference. The conference was in honor of Jack Davis. If you don't know who Jack Davis is, he is the guy who is in charge of the excavations at Pylos, so the Palace of Nestor at Pylos. Really good. Lots of really good talks. I got to run into some of my professors from the U of A that I really liked. Dr. Robert Schoen, for one. I took a Bronze Age class from him. Really enjoyed that one. And then Dr. Eleni Hasaki, who did a bunch of different classes that I actually took a ton of classes from her because she's fun. She's a riot. She's a Greek woman, very thick accent, and just cracks herself up all the time. It's great. What can we make the Andron? Ooh, this looks good. So yeah, it was a wonderful time. There was a lot of really good talks, and I'll probably talk a little bit about some of those things that were talked about in future videos, because there was a lot of really interesting. I don't want to piss bed. Okay, there was a lot of really interesting things that were being discussed, specifically about the Bronze Age, and lots of really cool ways of thinking about things. Let's see, can I lay this out in a cohesive way? Lots of really good talks. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think if you ever get a chance to really do, you know what, this, I don't like this. If you ever get a chance to go to discussions like that are sort of very specific topic, I absolutely 100% recommend it. So it was great. It was great. I also got to see the new. They have a new temporary exhibit at the National Archaeological Museum in Athens, and it's on Pylos. It's on Pylos. It's pretty nice. They got a whole bunch of really cool stuff, including the combat agate, which is really neat. Incredibly detailed for as tiny of a thing as it is. So yeah, all in all, really cool. Wow, this whole section of houses is sort of weirdly messed up. Yeah, this whole thing is like incredibly claustrophobic. Okay. I'm thinking smelting operation, enchantment, maybe bedroom? But then what do we do for the ground floor stuff? And why can't I get into this? There's nothing here. Okay, we're gonna do that. If I remember right, this was like a little sort of walled off area. That's okay. That's gonna be a little divider, I guess. Oh, combat agate. Agate, like the rock agate. It was a kind of like a seal stone. You know, so seal stones are these sort of carved rocks that people can press into clay and stuff like that. Well, the combat agate is really impressive. It's small. It's I don't know, 1.5 inches across maybe, and it depicts a warrior killing another warrior while standing over the body of a third warrior. And the way he's doing it, he has a hold of the other warrior's horsehair crest and is pulling his helmet and head, of course, back to deliver the killing blow while standing over a third person who's dead on the ground. But the thing is that there is, like, you can see the musculature on these people, on these carvings, and like the veins and stuff. So I mean, it's like incredibly detailed and really small. So it's very impressive. It's a very impressive piece of art. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Okay, so we've got the Andron. That's the Andron done. What the heck are we gonna do here? And then we got a lot of rooms, actually. We are in no need for rooms. We have a ton of rooms. So let's be a little sloppy with this. This is horrific, this little skinny walkway here. Let's go ahead and put a bedroom here. We'll do something like that. And I don't know. I like sometimes you... No, let's not use the loom. Let's use the... Was it the chiseled bookshelf? Yeah, because that looks like a set of drawers too. There we go. And then let's give this person... Let's give this person like a chair. I do have shelves here. Okay, maybe we can do some tool racks with the shelves. Let's grab mangrove stairs, mangrove trapdoor. So we're gonna give this person a little bit of an office. So we're gonna do something like this. And then I guess like that. Okay. And I think we're going to give them books. So we're going to do some bookshelves. That's what I ought to do. I ought to start saving some hotbars as like the different rooms. That would be nice. Okay. Let's get... No, not redstone. Let's give them some bookshelves. Something like that, yeah. There we go. And you know what they need? They need a book. Book and quill. So that's what I was doing. There we go. Look at that. So that's what I did for the first week. For the first week, I went to this seminar in honor of Jack Davis. Really cool seminar. Ooh, I was going to do enchanting here, but I don't think that's going to work. Okay. Can I do enchanting downstairs? So that was nice, and that was in Athens. Now, funny thing about showing up to Athens is that I show up in Athens and immediately one of the first things that happens is like 5 minutes after getting to the apartment that I was staying at, I was staying with my advisor and her husband. Like 5 minutes after getting there, we had 2 earthquakes in a row, which was wild. So, set my stuff down and immediately, like, just the whole building shakes. It was wild. God, that is really, oof, that's rough. Hello, Panos. So yeah, so it was pretty funny. It was just like, welcome to Greece. Here's your earthquake. So yeah, so that was fun. And then, I got to go to those seminars and learn a bunch of really cool stuff. And yeah, it was good. It was really good. Like I said, I'll probably talk about some of the things that was talked about. There we are. At the seminars later at some point. Because there was a ton of stuff, and there will be, I guess they'll probably be publishing a book within the next I don't know, year or so, maybe. I don't know how long it takes them to do stuff like that. There we go. Oof, we're really squeezing it in on this one. So yeah, so that was the first week. Now at the end of the first week, I went off to Trigana, which is where Mitru is at. The island of Mitru, where I'm doing the project. And for the next 2 weeks, I worked on the simulation. Did a lot of stuff with trying to scan some things. It didn't work out. Scanning did not work out like I thought it would. I have on my phone right now some scans of some boar's tusks but they're really bad. They're really, really bad. And oh, you found the Wikipedia page on the combat agate? Yeah. Isn't that crazy? It's really cool. See it up close. It's amazing. Yeah, so I've got these FBX file, or not FBX files, but these scans of these boar's tusks. And if anybody, I might put a call out if anybody's really good with Blender, or some other program. Maybe we can figure out how to get these things to be better. But the tusks themselves came out great. The problem is I had to put them on a turntable. So what got scanned was, and some of them has the turntable scanned in. Some of them have, all of them have the little sticky, I had to use like a little like adhesive thing to stick the tusk down, and so that is in the scan. It just needs to be cleaned up. And I tried cleaning them up, and I suck at it. So all of that time spent working with Blender, and I'm still sort of like, flailing my arms about trying to figure it out. So that's, I gotta figure out how to do that. Like I said, I might put the call out, see if some people, might want to get in on it. You will be in my thesis if you decide you do want to be a part of it and clean up that the boar's tusk. But I need to make sure that you need to have actual results. So it's not something that like, oh, maybe you can get it done. No. This has to be done properly. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so there we go. There's that. I think that's good for the brewing. I know I'm not too up on the brewing stance or the brewing setup, because I don't really use potions. So maybe someone else who uses potions can weigh in and make it better. But I don't know. I'm just sort of meh with it. I don't really know what I'm doing. Maybe I can do like that. Sure. Yeah, that works. Okay. Anyways. All right. So potion. Oop. Enchanting. Ladder to the upstairs. Okay. What are we doing for this thing? We already have a bedroom. Maybe this can be our workshop. I was going to put the workshop out here, but or maybe this can be our map room. Ooh, this could be our map room. Why don't we do that? Because then we could put okay. Great idea. We'll put this here. Looks good. We'll put a barrel up here. Looks okay. So there you go. So you got like your little station here to do things, and then here is the map room. So we'll grab some item frames, and just that. Wait, what is this? Oh, it's a long hallway to get. Okay, sure. Maybe we do this as well. So yeah, so that's what I did there. Now, I also, ooh, that looks good. We need a carpet in here. Now, during that time, I also that's when I met with the Ephorias, and a couple other people. I also forgot to mention that first week, I also met with the guy running the Athenian Agora. So I met with him. There we go, like that. There we go. And I got to show him the simulation. I also got to show 2 other people the simulation. Oh, Oda, what did you miss? Well, nothing. Just me sort of babbling. And so they're really interested. The Athenian Agora folks are really interested. I got to get back to him on some stuff. We're gonna look into a few things that he was wondering about in regards to multiple people in the simulation, which is kind of a neat idea. I also slapped together a real sort of quick and dirty Athenian Agora simulation to show him. So that was kind of neat. So yeah, it was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool meeting with him and the other people, just sort of talking about different things and sort of going over what's possible. You know, what is this? Amateur hour. Yeah, it was a really cool time. Lots of really good people to talk to. So I also got to meet the mayor of Locris, which is an area out there in Greece. Oh my God, so many rooms. You know what? This is the shop. I forgot on the other building I needed to have a shop. So that's going to be their shop. I don't know what they're selling, but yeah. There we go. Yeah, so the mayor really wanted to see this simulation. So I got him in the simulation. You might have seen the picture that I posted on the Discord of him wearing the headsets and really enjoying it. He was I don't want to really sort of toot my horn too much, but he was very impressed with it. And he would like to see the simulation put into schools, schools in Trigana and also Atalante, which is just north of Trigana, about 15-20 minutes or so. It's the bigger town. But he was like all in. This guy was all in. He really loved it. And so most likely I will be heading back to Greece next year to set up a bunch of the simulation, the headsets and stuff like that for the schools. That's sort of the plan. We'll see if that actually does come about. It's sort of up in the air still, I think, because it's still sort of in the planning stages. So again, we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, I kind of like that. What if we did this? Oh no, now I hate it. So yeah, so really good things on the docket there. That's really sort of a cool thing. I also did demonstrations of the simulation to a small crowd in Atalante and a much larger crowd in Trigana. Trigana, we had probably over 100 people in the crowd that showed up for that. So lots and lots of people really interested in what was going on, and they should be. I mean, that is, you know, their home. Okay, so I'm not liking this. I'm not liking the way that this is laid out. I'm starting to think maybe I should put it here instead. Those seem awfully high. This whole thing seems awfully high. This right here seems really tall. So I'm having to sort of make do. Let's see, what else? Yeah, see, yeah, exactly. There's not a lot of programs like that in Greece. And so that, I mean, I think allowing school age kids to sort of have an interactive simulation like that, where they see, you know, the people of the Bronze Age, and they walk through the town with these people. It gives them a connection to their history that I think they probably wouldn't normally get otherwise. I mean, that's just my opinion. I don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe they do get that otherwise, but I don't think so. And so I think this is really good. Oh, there we go. That, yeah. See, that looks industrial. Okay. So yeah. So I think this is a really good thing for these kids to be able to have some sort of connection. And really, I mean, that's one of the things that I've noticed with this whole VR thing is that, you know, my time in the Park Service, one of the hardest things that we had to figure out how to do was to get people to care about things, about the sites, about people. You know, especially in the States, where you have, oh, that's not going to connect. Okay. Especially in the States, where you have, what if I just do this? There we go. Then it looks like that's a shelf or something. Where you have these sites that are, you know, from a population that is not, generally speaking, the tourists' background, right? So, you know, like when I worked at Chaco, most of the people that came out to Chaco and checked it out were your standard sort of retiree, you know, white, older folks. Come on, man. There we go. And so they didn't really have a connection with the people who built Chaco and who lived there. And the hard thing to do is to get them to care about that stuff. Well, that's ugly. Why did I leave that? Was I supposed to come back and figure out a post for that? That's ugly as hell. Okay. And so what we're finding is that when we put someone in the simulation, we sort of short circuit that part of their brain that makes that disconnect between them and the people that they are seeing. So when you go to a set of ruins, right? You go to a set of ruins, you look at the ruins, and there's this weird disconnect that you get. It's you're looking at something that is destroyed, that is, you know, just generally speaking, no real connection to who you are as a person. Now the folks in Greece, of course, they have a connection, but really when they look at it, there's not that direct connection. And especially the tourists that come in, a lot of them don't have a direct connection either. But when you throw them in the simulation, and they are walking among people that are, you know, talking, kids are running through the streets, you know, I've got some kids that are running and playing. I've got dogs barking. I've got babies crying in some of the rooms and stuff like that. The whole place feels alive. It feels truly alive. And with that comes this feeling of, you know, this is a place where people live, and it's a place that is alive, to the point where, you know, people then sort of already get that connection because they're there. It's just like going to a town. You know, those of you who have been on vacation, who go to the same place a lot on vacation, you have a connection with that place because it's alive and there are people there and there are businesses there and there are things that you go and you see and it's there. It's truly, you know, there's that connection that you experience that you normally wouldn't experience in a historical site. Unless it's something like, I don't know, we have like historic Jamestown, right? Where people dress up in costume and stuff like that. And maybe you get a connection that way. But for some reason, the VR headset and the immersion just really sort of drives it home. And so that's one of the things that that we're sort of promoting with this, is the ability to say, you know, here are these people, you know, we come to this place and see it the way that it was seen by these people thousands of years ago. Of course, there's an issue with that, right? And that is that, well, Mitru doesn't have any standing architecture. We only have 2% of the island excavated. The rest is all geophysical survey. We're looking underneath the ground to see walls and things like that, and features. So we can't necessarily say, yes, this is what it looked like, but we can draw contemporaneous or draw conclusions from contemporaneous sites, and that's what we're doing with it. And so, yeah, there's a lot of work to be done, but you know, it's really sort of interesting to watch these people in the headset. They don't realize that, I don't know, it's weird. It's almost like they don't realize that you can see them or hear them. It's like, you know, they hop in and they say things and they do things and you're like, hey, I'm right here, man. You know, because they're like, this is so cool, and who are you and what are you doing? And like, and you're just watching these people, you know, experience this for the first time, and they're you know, sort of blown away. Do I have a cooking setup? I don't think I do I? Oh, maybe we do a cooking setup now. So that's the Andron, yeah. So I've got this room. Nope. This right here. So maybe we do, wait, is this a single story roof? Yes. So we can actually have fire in this one. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. This is gonna be our cooking setup. So yeah, so a lot of people are starting to realize that, like, hey, this is the way to go. And this is something that I've really sort of talked about a lot with people, and that is, whoops, I did not mean to throw that. Do I have fires anywhere else? No. Okay, maybe I don't do a fire. Holy crap, I got totally sidetracked because I was trying to figure this out here. Also, the jet lag is still a thing. I'm having a rough time. There we go. So anyways, that's what we've been trying to tell people, that you know, this is a thing that's coming. This is not something that's you know, just a few people sort of playing around with stuff. This is definitely technology that's coming. They're already doing it in some places. In fact, when I went to Knossos, they have VR, or not VR, AR stuff already. And, you know, we got to ask ourselves, do we want, you know, Joe Schmo doing this, or do we want archaeologists doing this? Because if we have the standard public who doesn't really know much about the site building these things, they might get stuff wrong. And it's okay if you get stuff wrong, you know, or they use outdated information. That's fine. That's what's available. But if you have an archaeologist who understands these things, who has a connection with the site in ways that regular civilians don't, it changes things. It changes the whole project. And that's what we're trying to sort of get people to understand, is that this is coming. We need to get out in front of it. Prior to this, you know, VR has been in ways that are sort of gimmicky. And so we have to sort of say like, hey, no, this is a viable tool, both for research and tourism. So that's kind of what we're trying to get done here. Okay. I don't know what to do with this whole thing right here. So what I think I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to add some seats to it, and just call it good. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to just sort of do like this. There we go. That's yeah. Outdoor seating area. Okay, I think we're done with this one. You know what it needs though? It needs pithoi. Let's slap some pithoi down. Like right here. This is a good spot for one. Look at that. That fits right there. Okay, I can't do it in this hall. Yeah, I can't do it in this hallway, but you know what I can do? I can do it up here. Well, bam, like that. You want some pithoi in here? You need some pithoi in here? I don't really see where we can... We'll put one right there. Oh, I still had these rooms. Oh my god, I still have these rooms. This needs to be storage. This just screams storage. Let's do storage up here. Yeah, so I mean that's really what's kind of going on with that. That was the 2 weeks in Mitru. I did see in the chat a little earlier somebody asked me how many people that I talked to, or how many demonstrations did I do. We have a list running. It's that many. It was so many. It just I can't even tell you how many we did, because I mean I sort of lost count. Easily a dozen. Without a doubt, easily a dozen. Will that open? Oh, that will open. Okay. Will that open too? Oh, that will. Nice. Oh, hey. There we go. So, tons of storage. What are we gonna do here? I don't know what we should do here. It's the old man hangout spot. Exactly. Okay, let's see. I haven't been watching the chat. It's also important for local history because history in Greece, as is taught through the books, is quite ethnocentric. That is because 90% of what we know about Greece comes from Athens, unfortunately, and the vast majority of that, well, the vast majority of that's medical texts, but the other stuff is going to be the elites. So when people talk about ancient Greece, this is one of the things that really drives me crazy, because this is not stressed enough. Everything you know about ancient Greece deals with, well, the vast majority of what you know about ancient Greece is the elite people of Athens. Vast majority. Culture, that's the elite culture of Athens in the 5th century usually. All of it. I mean, I don't want to say all of it, but a vast majority of it is elite culture. So when people say things like, oh, the ancient Greeks did this. No. The well-to-do ancient Greeks did that. Not the common person. The common person we don't know a lot about. And that is a shame. That is a real shame. Let's get a little weird with this one. Let's slap down a whole bunch of carpets. We're going to be ripping some of this up. So that's another reason why, like, it's really annoying to hear people talk about things like, oh, the ancient Greeks, you know, were all like boy lovers. No, there was a small subset of Athenian elites that were like that. And they talked about it a lot. And they tried to make it mainstream. And that's what survives. I guarantee you, the average farmer is not worrying about stuff like that. Or the one that really gets me is, people tend to think that all marriages were like arranged marriages, which is also another really weird thing to say and claim. That women were only used just for breeding. Like, what? Who the heck? That is such a weird claim to make, and yet I've heard it. I've heard people say stuff like that, and you just, you know, you gotta wonder, like, what are you going on about? It's just bizarre. It's like, oh, no one ever married a woman because they thought she was attractive. Like, that's stupid. That's really stupid. A really stupid thing to think and say. Okay. Okay. Anyways, yeah, that's my little bit of a rant there. You just graduated high school? Oh, there we go. Yeah. So congrats on that. The U.S. has a culture of tearing down the past to build the future. Well, I don't know about that. We tend to do weird things when it comes to the past. We tend to honor people who shouldn't be honored and forget others. We also like to do some revisionist type stuff too, but yeah. You will find as you get older that everywhere is like that. People do that everywhere in all cultures. So we Americans are not immune to that. But I guess that is something you will learn as you get older. Take it from me, as I am old enough to be your dad. Let's see here. Oh boy. Whoops. Book. Thank you. We gonna put that right there. Oop. Okay, so far so good. Maybe we put a couple more bookshelves there. That's not bad. And you know what? Maybe we do something like this. Not bad. Okay. The pile of stones that used to be blank. Yeah, exactly. You experience place as a whole. Exactly. Weaving room? Yeah, I suppose we could do weaving room as well. Actually, we could probably slap down a loom somewhere. Why don't we slap down a loom right here? I don't really use looms a lot. A weird nook there. I don't like that. There we go. Let's make it a little more open. Yeah, that looks good. And you know what? Because there's a loom there, let's slap a banner. What color do we want? Orange? We'll do orange because we got the orange carpet. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Storage. Done. Weird little hangout room. Done. Bedroom. Done. Come down the ladder. Claustrophobic hallway. Done. Map room, for the most part, done. Another weird claustrophobic hallway. Okay. What is this one again? Oh, yeah. Claustrophobic enchanting setup. Done. Brewing stuff. Yep, good. We're good there. Smelting. Good there. Shop. Good there. Not really sure what they're selling, but they're out of it right now. Let's see here. Another little workshop. Good. Andron. Good. Okay. So there we go. I think that we are now done. Truly done. Old man sitting area. Yep, done. Okay. Good, good, good. People have been people since the first proto-human made the first bone tool, and that has to be remembered. True. I actually said that one time, something along those lines. Humans have been humans for a long time. This is, I think, a common thing that I say a lot. And for some reason, people tend to not like to hear that. I don't know why. But yeah, we are. Okay, so we've got this room here. Another 4 wide, so okay. We got this one here. Ooh, a 2 wide. Woof. Another 4 wide. Oh, this is this that one house? Maybe not. Maybe not. I might be thinking of a different one. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is a big room. We could do an enchanting setup here. Yeah, let's do that. Let me just slap down an enchanting table real quick so I know that's what we're doing here. With a brewing stand and potion thing over here, sort of a twofer. So I'm going to slap that bad boy down right there. Okay, so we know that's what we're using it for. Okay, what about this one? What do we got here? Okay, so it's a 3 wide. All right, and this one? 4 wide. What do we got upstairs? Oh my god, this one has so many rooms. Why do you need so many rooms? Oh, the other big room. Okay. Oh, whoops. Tried to go down the wrong side. Okay. What are we going to do with this? Well, first we need the Andron. So this is a little big. This might be okay. This is by the main road. What is right out here? Oh, it is by the main road. Okay. So maybe we do the Andron here, and we do the shop here. All ancient Greek houses had an Andron, and usually a shop. You know, if this is you know, an elite house, and they are. Good interior, thank you. I'm glad you liked it. You're a fan of the old man sitting area? Yeah. Man, let me tell you, there were these nice little sort of, I don't know what you would call them, but they were little seating areas. All the houses in Greece had them, or most of the houses in Greece had them. They were separate from the house. They had like a little sort of, it looked like a pizza oven, but I know it's not a pizza oven. And there were always these little areas, with a little table where you could sit. It was great. It was great. The cushion will make the Andron. Oh yeah, the cushion will make it better. If you put bookshelves in the floor, they look like oak planks and still add to the enchanting table. Oh, nice little hidden enchanting setup. I'll keep that in mind if I want to do that. So this is going to be the store. Oh man. Okay. So I think let's go ahead and do the Andron first. So the Andron, like I said before, is a place for people, men, to come together and talk politics and read poetry and stuff like that. Be entertained. They played a little game where they would like flick the dregs of their wine into a cup across the room. Sounds incredibly messy. But they did it. Who knows? Who knows what they were thinking? Okay. Shop. You know what I think? This is what I think we're going to do for this shop. I think they sell wool. Wool and wool accessories. So that's what we're going to do here. So we're going to put banners all over this place. Red banner. Purple banner. No, not purple. That's too expensive. Okay. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to slap a blue... What? No. There. And then we're going to get rid of that. We're going to slap a green banner there. Red banner there. There we go. Another blue banner. We're going to put some wool. Gray wool, some brown wool, some yellow wool. Right here. There we go. They're selling wool and wool stuff. Yeah. Okay. Thought all the bookshelves should have a block of distance from the enchanting table to work. I don't know. I've never done the whole table thing. I could not tell you. Okay. So we can always try it. Let's do some science, shall we? Where is my bookshelves? Let's try. Let's see what this will get us first. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And let's go ahead and grab our little wooden sword tester. And let's see what it gives us. It gives us 10. Bane of Arthropods wooden sword. What a shit sword that would be. Okay. So let's slap these in the ground. Let's just completely cover the floor with them and see what we get. Okay. Nothing. Nothing. In the floor does not work. Let's bust this out. See if that works. No. Okay. I don't know. Might be something that used to work. It doesn't work now. Oh well. Never know until you try. So we tried. And now we know. I mean, it could also be something. Maybe that worked in Bedrock too. I know sometimes some things work in Bedrock and they don't in Java, and vice versa. I don't know, man. I just work here. Okay, there we go. I mean, I still also see people talk about the whole oh, if you have to let leaves decay naturally in order for you to get the better sapling drop, and we all know that that's a myth. But you know, that's still people still think that that's a thing. So I mean, some things just have a hard time dying. I thought the table has to have clear view of the shelves. Well, it had clear view of the shelves. Ah, floor trick works in Bedrock. See, that's what it was. Must be a Bedrock thing. I will say, I do like the recipe for the boat in Bedrock more than Java. I do like that. I think I talked with Oda about this once before. The Bedrock recipe for a boat is, you know, the boat shape and a wooden shovel, because the wooden shovel is your oar. And I think that just works better. I think that's just a better thing, you know, all around. Okay. There we go. There's that. And that. Well, bam. There is our enchanting setup. Oh, you play Bedrock and you don't think that works? Oh. Well, try it. Let me know what happens. Because now I'm curious. Maybe it is a myth. That's the thing about myths, man. They get repeated so often they kind of become canon after a while. It's weird. And science even has that. The classics definitely has that. We have that constantly. Okay. And there we go. So I can actually do this. No. Try that again. That. Then this. There we go. So the specific residence is from a tailor? I don't know. I'm just sort of making it up as I go along. We don't actually know anything about any of these people that actually lived in these places. Well, we do on a few of them, but not all of them. So I'm just sort of going with what I feel like making. Much like the tutorial that I did for the starter houses based on the Olynthos houses. This is all just sort of, you know, whatever. This is right now, this is just the interpretation portion of it, not based in any real reality. I like the green carpet for this because it has that sort of sickly look to it. And there we go. So we have our enchanting setup, our brewing setup, all in one, which I didn't really need to do because we have a ton of rooms in this place. So who knows? Let's see here. What do we got in this one? Okay. I was going to possibly put the bedroom there, but then I realized I don't really want the bedroom next to this meth lab, so we're not going to do that. We might put the bedroom here. Ooh, or a map room. We might do a map room. Yeah, let's do a map room. Okay. Because we can just go like this. Bam. That. And then we can take the cartography table and slap that bad boy right there. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Ew. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe we slap the cartography table there. And a barrel there. Nope. I think for a cartography or for a map room, we want an actual chest. So we do a chest. There we go. So we got that. And then on this side, maybe we do away with this. And we do like a 2x2. Yeah. And we do like one there. I like it. There we go. And then we should do a carpet right in the middle here. What color should we do? We should do something bright. Or maybe we do something like this. Something like that, like this, and we make it like a world. But we do a world that the ancient Greeks know, which is like this. There we go. That's the world. According to the ancient Greeks. Sorta. Good enough. Okay. Map room. Oh, what do we got? What do we got? Okay. Recipe was also in the Java for like 2 weeks after they changed the boats. I never understood why they changed it back to the old recipe. That's not the bedrock boat. Oh, what is the bedrock boat now? Did they change it? It used to be the boat. You would make the boat, and then or not the boat, but you would make like a boat shape, I thought, and then the wooden shovel. Yeah. Diablo's secret cow level. Well, that one isn't really a myth, but classic Minecraft myth that is technically even been accepted by Mojang is that Netherrack used to be called Bloodstone in development, except it never was. Bloodstone was just a popular fun name. Ugh. I always thought it was like meat. I'm not really interpreting based on layout or anything like that with this. I'm just having fun with it. I'm just throwing stuff in. This is based on nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just throwing stuff in there. Nope. All right, KT, you're off to work. We'll see ya. All of Oceanus in just one carpet. Yep. Just 5 planks in a U shape. Oh, they must have changed it then. Because when I first started playing, which I first started playing on Bedrock, you had to have a wooden shovel. That's a real shame. That was kind of a cool thing. Let's do storage here. Oops. We'll do a classic. Oh, can't open that. There we go. Classic claustrophobic storage area. And then that's the map room. And then this was the enchanting setup in meth lab. Okay, we're good there. What was this? Nothing. Okay, so that one we still need to do. This one we still need to do. This one is fine. Nothing over here. And then this is the Andron. Okay. So far, so good. Now, we need to do upstairs as well. Wait, how do I get upstairs? Oh, right here. Okay. So we need this room. Oof. This room. Okay. And this room. This seems like it would make a good workshop. This seems like it would be a good claustrophobic storage area again. Can I do this? Will it work? Yes, it will. All right, there we go. Just like that. Oop. There we go. That recipe is so old, I remember it from Pocket Edition. I've only been playing since just before Trial Chambers came out. It's been normal since at least then. Yeah, so I started playing right when the Caves and Cliffs came out. So I never got to see like the old world generation. Yeah, we're gonna do workshop there. And we're gonna do the bedroom here. So yeah, that's when I've been sort of threatening it, and I think what I'm gonna do is I am going to copy my old Bedrock world over and convert it into Java, and then put it on this computer. Maybe not Java, maybe I'll just keep it as Bedrock. And maybe show you guys my very first world. And my very first, well, there was sort of the first world that I did, which was sort of a testing world, and then there was a for fun world I did right after that. So I actually did 2 worlds. And I don't like the way that the second one came out, and so I don't know, maybe we convert it back to the way it was. But anyways, what do we want here? We want something else. Okay, so what else can I tell you about my time in Greece? So after the 2 weeks were up, I decided to go on a trip again. through Greece. The same trip I went on last time. Only this time my dad came with me. So that was fun. So 2 nights in Athens. Saw a really awesome rooftop ancient Greek play. Well, it was excerpts from ancient Greek plays. It was done in English, but it was done in the ancient Greek style. So it was like an all-male cast with masks. It was amazing. It was absolutely awesome. I loved it. If you are ever in Greece, that is something you absolutely, positively must do, because it is crazy and very cool. They did one heck of a performance. I'll share some pictures on the Discord of it. It was fantastic. Oh, they removed it in 2023. Wow, so they removed it right after I started, or changed it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I love the play. I thought it was great. Panos, if you get a chance to go check it out, you absolutely should do it. It is phenomenal. Just do it. Just do it. I know I said I know I invited you along and you were busy, but yeah, definitely if you get a chance to do it 100%. It was great. All right, we're gonna do some. Yeah, we'll add a blast furnace. Might as well, right? And of course a crafting table. All right, so slap a crafting table down there. We're gonna do smithing table, blast furnace, and stone cutter. Okay, now let's make this look good. He says, not knowing how to make it look good. Sure. Okay. And then I also want to do this. Live plays are fun. We have several local theaters in our area and our parents used to take all the time. Yeah. It, you know, this was neat because it was like a four-man group, and they wore masks just like the ancient Greeks did. And the way it was done, when they spoke to each other, they didn't really speak to each other. They spoke to the audience. It was, I don't know, it was really cool. It was a really neat way of doing things. And like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I will share some pictures that we took in the Discord if you're interested in seeing it. But you can definitely go check them out. Also link the webpage that they have as well, so you can sort of see what it's all about. Oh, you know, we need a bunch of chests too while we're at it. But it was good fun. It was really good fun. And then after the 2 days, ooh, there we go. We then got on the ferry and went to Crete, where we went to the palace of King. What? Why did it do that? That was weird. Palace of King Minos. So Knossos. So we went to Knossos, which was great as well. Oh, come on. Woohoo! Got it to be self-standing. Excellent. And then maybe, do I want to do it right here too, like this? Sure. Get that self-standing. So yeah, so went to Knossos. Knossos is always good. I talked to the people who are doing the augmented reality there. just sort of seeing what they got going on. And it's all right. It's okay. It's not as immersive as the stuff I'm doing, but it's still good. It's still good stuff. Okay. So what do we got? Just check the bookshelves and floor around Enchanter. It works in Bedrock. Only gets low-level enchants though. Interesting. So it does work in Bedrock. So there we go. That's what was going on. Bedrock. It's a Bedrock thing. Very interesting. Okay. There's our workshop. I like it. It looks way too clean, but you know. Can we hold on? Can we like throw some stuff on the floor to dirty it up a bit? Do I have leaf litter in this? I do. Let's see what that looks like. Let's see if it looks like. Yeah. I guess that looks all right. Looks like, okay, yeah, it looks sort of dirty. Anyways. All right, so we got claustrophobic storage, we've got bedroom, we've got workshop. So top floor is done. So ground floor, we've got empty room, enchantment table, meth setup, another claustrophobic storage, map room. What is this? Another small room. Okay, shop and the Andron. Okay, so we just have these two rooms then. That's it. We just got to figure out what to do with these two rooms. Do we have a smelting thing set up yet? I don't think we do. So let's do that. We want functional blocks. We want... I just blew right past it. Okay, there we go. So maybe we have this as our smelting setup? What about this? Oh no, that's way too small for a smelting setup. Okay, so it's going to be this one. This is going to be our smelting setup. So we want... ooh. Like that? Ugh. This is going to be a tight squeeze. Okay, what if we do this, this, and that? Oof. Okay, we can do that. What if we got rid of these, did this, and then we added the smokers on this side? Like that. Or like this. And we did that. Okay. Yeah, that's just going to have to work. Okay. What do we want to do with this? Well, can't go wrong with storage, I guess. How do we want to do this? Like this? Go full on claustrophobia? Yeah, we could do that. That's not bad. Okay, there we go. That's everything, right? That's everything. Okay. Looks good on the wood floor. Yeah. Use sparingly, it could look like knots in the wood. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. Now you can't unsee leaf litter's muddy boot prints. Oh yeah, it does look like muddy boot prints, doesn't it? Yep. Somebody didn't wipe their feet. Okay. All right, let's do some pithoi. Sprinkle some pithoi around. Like that. Like that. Okay, like that. Oof. Not that. Oh, one goes right there. We'll put one right there. What about this? No. Nope. Not gonna do that. Sure. We'll put one right there. And you know what? It looks like this really should use a couple like that. And we'll slap some around here. Yeah. That's looking good. What about upstairs? These are, of course, just decorative. Nothing too crazy. Bedroom's fine. What about this one? Oof, no. Workshop? You know what? Workshop could use a couple of pith away. Maybe something like that. There we go. Kind of like one right there. And you know what? Maybe we do a couple right here. Right there. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay. This one is done. Yeah, this one's done. I like it. More being hugged by stuff, not claustrophobia. Yeah, okay. And the boot, they do look like boot. It does look like muddy boot prints. See, that would be nice. What would be nice is if you could throw something like that, and it would just place itself on that block rather than just float. But I get why they do that, because then it wouldn't work. Okay. So that's the end of this row. So all of these are now... You need some pithoi. Why did I leave this without pithoi? Put some pithoi, but see, doesn't that look better when I put them right there? You know, you get one more. I'm being generous today. And you know what? You get one right there too. All right. All right, let's see here. So that looks good. Okay, so that's that whole row. So now we have a whole block. We have a whole block that is now done with the interiors. Not bad. Let's go ahead and go down to this one. Oh, this is a cool house. This is a way cool house. This is obviously the shop. And this is the Andron. And this is storage. Here, storage. Hold on. This is what I'll do. This is what I think we should do. We should just sort of slap things down. Pithos is not going to be storage. That's going to be storage. This is going to be Andron. What do we want to do for, like, storefront? We'll just slap a banner down. How's that? For storefront. So store is going to be this. Okay. Oof. Oh, this will be enchanting. So I'm sort of in this groove of standardizing how I do things, and I might even slap down. I might just do just like what we did before with the brewing stand, you know, with the potions. So there we go. So we've got storage, Andron, store, enchantment, brewing. Don't know what that's going to be. Don't know what this is going to be. Let's go upstairs. Okay. This with a little side thing. Don't know what that one's going to be yet. And then all the way down here, we got another big one. That's it. So we only have the 2 rooms on the top. Oh, and no protective... Hold on, we need to do this. There we go. There we go. Okay. That does look weird with... There. It's just a straight up wall. Okay. So then we need to figure out these rooms. So these two rooms here, maybe we do... Maybe we do a cooking setup here. And we do another thing of storage here. And is that all of them? That's all the ones on the ground floor? That's all the ones on the ground floor. Okay. So then we're left with map room, bedroom. So maybe we do this as our bedroom. Oh, workshop too. Hold on. Do we have room for a workshop down here? Not really. Okay, so then we do this one up top here as a workshop. So it's kind of the same thing as before, really. Workshop. There we go. So yeah, that's not really exciting because it's a lot of the... Hold on. There we go. Because it's a lot of the same stuff. A lot of the same layout as like this one. So... Because like, yeah, look at, I got... Wait, what? Oh, hold on. Not this one. This one back here. It's sort of the same layout as this one back here. But to be honest, I mean, it's got sort of the same general design anyways. Oh, houseplants? Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. Courtyard workshop? Yeah, we could do the courtyard workshop. I tend to do the courtyard workshop here. Where's that one? I think it's over here. I tend to do the courtyard workshop if it is like this. If it's like this where there's the overhang. So then the workshop just sort of like kind of ekes out a little bit. Or where's the other one? There was another one that was like this one over here. Or this, where you have the courtyard and then you've got this overhang. And then you got the... So I tend to do that with the courtyard workshops. But I don't know, maybe we... Because this is really a small... This is a small courtyard. And there is a little bit of a overhang. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how it feels. Oh, challenge. Okay. So I don't know if it's a challenge. Would you play Minecraft with a blank texture pack, but in the Greek language? Ooh. Blank texture pack, but in the Greek language. Modern Greek or ancient Greek? So that might be, my modern Greek sucks. Speaking of which, let's see, what languages do they have here? English. Okay, I don't know what the heck that is. Shakespearean English? Oh god. Okay, so they like to have fun. I don't see Greek. Don't see Greek at all. Yeah, Interesting. They have a whole bunch of others, but no Greek. Oh, wait. That's not Greek. Okay. I just saw some symbols that looked a little like it, and nothing that says ancient either. That's a shame. Oh well. English is pure Germanic English. Oh. Greek is in E because Greek... Oh. It's in E. Am I just blind? I passed it several times. Oh my god, I am blind then. English, English. Oh, jeez. There it is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so they just have modern Greek. Well, my modern Greek sucks. So, that would be an interesting challenge. I was looking for, I don't know why I was looking for English letters. I don't, okay. All right, let's see here. So, bedroom, workshop. Okay, let's do the workshop first. Actually, we are an hour, or we're 2 hours into it. So we're going to take a break is what we're going to do. We're going to take like a hydration break, and I will be right back. Where is my, is it this one? No. Is it, hold on. This one. There we go. Let's get Olynthos out there. All right. We're going to take a little bit of a break. We'll be right back. Okay, get Olynthos back up there. Let's get the game back up there. Let's get back to it for a little bit longer. Oh, look at you, Oda, already beating me to it. Yeah, so I don't know, it might help me learn it a little bit better, even though it is just Minecraft words. I can't think of any time I would be walking around Greece asking people about deep slate ore or anything like that. So beer or soda votes. Yeah, so, all right. So it is, 7:30 on a Monday evening. And the question is going to be beer or soda. Listen very carefully. Oh, that's right. Trick question. It's neither. It is, in fact, Woodford Reserved, or Woodford Reserve Double Oaked. Very good. Nice little sipping whiskey, but I earned it. I earned it for doing absolutely nothing. Okay. So yeah, there we go. So, quick little sip. Yeah, that's good. So there you are. It's neither beer nor soda. All right. Oop. I set my phone down on my mouse cable there for a second. All right, let's get, already got a crafting table. Already got a blast furnace. Smithing table. Okay, good. I really wish the fletching table had some sort of use other than getting people to, you know, be fletchers. What else do we want? We want barrels. Okay. There we go. I think that's good right there. Whoa. What's the... What do you mean I constantly talk about blaze rods in my modern day life? That's true. Hmm. It's always beer no matter what time. Wow. That, I don't know how to take that. Minecraft was the way I learned a whole bunch of English back in the day. Okay, well maybe I will do that. What? Just out of curiosity. Let's see what we got going on. Uh-oh. Ah. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. This is interesting. Yeah. All right. So that would be very interesting to do. Let's go ahead and do that. Oops. All right. Okay. Did they offer you a lot of good beverages in Greece? Oh my God. Yes. So actually, I don't know. Panos, there's a Cretan restaurant in... Oh, I don't remember the... Anyways, it's a small chain in Athens. And we went to one of them, and it was great. They slapped... I mean, when we sat down at the table, or people had already sat down at the table before we showed up. And we sat down, and there were like little half shots of raki on all the spots in front of all the plates, which anybody here who doesn't know what raki is, it is jet fuel. It's just pure jet fuel. But I did bring some stuff back that I might make a small short little video and talk about because yeah, I wanted to bring some stuff back. Okay, so let's get creative with this. How do we want to do? I think, okay, you come in through this front door, and I think we should have a crafting table right here in the middle of the room. I know, that's kind of weird, right? But hear me out. And then from here, I think we should have everything sort of going off in other directions. So let's see here. I mean, I had some good ouzo. I mean, I love ouzo. Some people don't like ouzo because they don't like the black licorice taste of it, but I like ouzo. Ouzo's good stuff. I know Oda's with me on that because Oda likes the black licorice. Yeah, there was some good stuff. I did not get any metaxa though while I was there, and I probably should have grabbed a bottle. Oh well. Army strong or be all that you can be. Oh boy. When I joined up way back in the day, it was be all that you can be. Which, you know, whatever. And then they changed to Army of One, which was really weird. Because yeah, that one was odd. That was an odd set of years there. Okay, so we want to do like that. Maybe not like that. Maybe like that. Yeah, there we go. Oop. Oh. There we go. This is good, yeah. Oop. Oop. No. There we go. All right. So that's sort of standing on its own. Yeah, that's a Cretan shop art. Yeah, yeah. Rocky is very strong. It is very strong. But you know what though? I got I really like the honey Rocky, so the mellow Rocky or the Rockamello. Yeah, I don't know. They do it both ways. So I got a bottle of that, and I brought that back. So I might do a video where I drink a little bit of that and talk about, you know, how much I like it. And then, yeah, and I should have grabbed some ouzo, and I did not. Surprise, surprise. Which, you know, kind of sucks, but oh well. What can you do? I've ouzo's available in the States, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, look at that. And I think, is there... There must be a cooler way of doing this. Let's see here. Let's see if we can experiment. What if I did something like this? Looks like garbage. What if I did both sides? Does that still look like garbage? I mean, it doesn't look too bad. The problem is that spruce really blends in with the mud brick. Yes. Anise for the win, yes. Oh, see you, Zen. Oh. Basil syrup, interesting. Rockamello, yep, that one's great. You have a great German anise cookie recipe. Oh, yeah, see, that sounds amazing. You should try mastika. So I did try mastika. I love mastika. And actually, so, you know the ice cream, the kayak ice cream places down there, they have a what is it, a mastika, a mellow or something like that. Anyways, it's like a mastika and like vanilla and cherry or something like that. Mastika cherry or something. It's phenomenal. Yeah, the mastika stuff is good. The mastika liqueur by itself, I just can't get into. It is way too sweet. I mean, way too sweet. I don't know how anybody can do that stuff. It's just crazy sweet. What do we think of this? How do we like this? But the mastika is good. I actually had one of the Airbnbs I was staying at. The people who ran the Airbnb had homemade mastika, and it actually had like a little bit of a smoky flavor to it, and it was sweet, but it didn't have a ton of the sweetness that you usually get with the mastika, and it was great. And for those of you who don't know what mastika is, it is it's a resin. A resin, you can actually get the resin itself as like a chewing gum. I've tried it. It's not bad, but it definitely tastes like resin. And it's very firm. Gives your jaw a really good workout. So if you have problems with your TMJ, maybe don't chew it. But it's very good stuff, especially when they mix it with certain things. Phenomenal. But yeah. yeah, I could see it being that sort of after dinner drink. So yeah, I could see that. That would be pretty good. Maybe we do something like that. You know, slap a couple random chests here and there. I'm still sort of up in the air about this. I don't know how I feel about this. What if I do this? Okay, that's okay. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. I like that. I definitely like that. Okay. I think we just leave this as is. I like how it looks. We're just going to leave it as is. Okay, so that one's done. What did we say this one was going to be over here? Bedroom. And then... God, storage maybe? I don't know. Closet? Okay, well, we're gonna do bedroom. Let's slap a couple chests right there. What is a pitzel? You do anise pitzels around Christmas. Also rolled chocolate-filled pitzels. Now, I don't really... this is going to shock some people. I actually don't like chocolate. Which people are going to... Oh my god, you don't like chocolate? No, I don't like chocolate. Yeah, what is a pitzel? I'm curious as to... I've never heard that word before. So, let me know. Mastica chewing gum is great. Yeah, I have some here that I really like. There's one called Gum of Gods, Gum of the Gods, or something like that. And they it's funny that they advertise it as a thing to you know, chew in order to shape your jawline. It's really, really weird. I don't know why they do that, but yeah, it very interesting. Okay, so it's a little sparse, but it's all right. This, on the other hand, what are we gonna do here? I was thinking, you know, storage, but I mean, that's kind of been my answer to everything. Well, I mean, that works. Well, if it works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So maybe we do that, fill it up a little. Okay, maybe, you know what, maybe we do this too. Where is our chiseled bookshelf? Maybe we slap a chiseled bookshelf. Maybe we slap one of these bad boys down, right? We do this. Here we go. Maybe we do another one? Yeah, I like that. That's nice. What? Hold on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Italian cookies. Flat cookies made using a pitzel iron. Like waffle shape? Yes, actually just really thin. Okay. Oh, kind of like the Stroop waffles that they have. That they... Or what do they call it in America? Honey stingers, I think is what they call them in America, where they're the little round waffle shaped, very thin cookies. Those are really good. And actually, that would be really good with anise too. Okay. Time to make an armory. Yep. Okay, so we got bedroom. We got workshop. So top story is done. Second story's done. Let's go downstairs. Okay. So what do we got here? We got... Okay. We got our... Oh. I clicked the wrong button. Okay, so we're going to do like big time furnace array. And then we do a bunch of storage because you're going to need a bunch of storage for... Oh, I guess I can't do a bunch of... Well, I can. I can just do... Whoop. Do that. Okay. And then I do... Oh, we do that. And then maybe something like that. That's not bad. I'm not liking that. So let's... Instead, let's do this. Let's go... So I got smokers there. Do we do that? Yeah, that works. That works. This wall's a little blank, but that's okay. That's okay. That one, done. Okay, what are we doing here? Storage. All right. This is gonna be our classic claustrophobic, oh, I'm sorry, hugging storage. Yeah. And then we'll never go in there again. Okay, and then what do we got here? Oh, we got the enchanting setup. That's right. Okay. Let's do this. This is our standard Lascalos special enchanting setup. Oop. And we will double check to make sure that this is correct. Look at that. Smite 4, Bane of Arthropods, Sharpness 1. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. And then, of course, we slap these guys along the top because you need storage for all your lapis and everything. And then we need to do the grindstone. Okay. I just like blew right past it. Jet lag, man. Jet lag. There's that and that. Okay. And I like doing the carpet thing because, I don't know. I just do. I just do, man. Just makes it, I mean, doesn't that just make it look a little bit better? I think it makes it look a little bit better. Okay, I think for this one, because we have such a deep sort of recess in here, I think we can get a little creative with this. So let's see what we can do. We're gonna do our standard stuff that we've done every time, right? But I think what we'll do is we'll do this. We'll slap this here instead. Okay. And then we'll do this side with the brewery or the brewing stand, the cauldron. And we'll see, let's see what that looks like. We're just gonna, we're gonna shake it up just a little bit. So we'll do, let's do cauldron right here. We'll do this. Yeah. Okay. I'm digging it. Let's do the brewing stand. Let's also get some, well, first we also need to plant those guys too. But let's also get some like standard mushrooms. Oh, we could do something like that. Make it look really bizarre. Right, so we do something like that and we go, right. And then we do the brewing stand right there in front of the window. Okay, we'll plant these guys. We'll do our standard thing like that. We'll also do that here. Oh, it's because there we go. Looking good. And what we'll do, we'll slap it, because we got rid of the torch, we need to put another torch back up. So what we'll do is we'll put a torch here. And a torch there. Okay, this isn't bad, but this is a little too far from each other. So I need something right here as well. So what if, hear me out here, what if I did this? Oh, I can't do that because I can't cover that up because that trapdoor's already there. Okay, so that's not gonna work. What can I do? I learned a few days back that when enchanting was added, it reached level 40. Oh, really? Would a bronze anvil actually stand up to abuse like an iron one? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But the quality of the enchants did not scale with the levels spent. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, you can use a stone as an anvil. I mean, you can use all kinds of different things as anvils. What can we do right here? I feel like I wish I could cover. I wish I had a way to cover up doing like that, you know. I wish I could just, I don't know. There must be a way to do something. Must be. Let's see if we can figure this out. What if I do... This is a terrible idea. Ugh. Yeah, it's a terrible idea. Saw someone do it with map art and item frames. Yeah, that would be nice. I do want to keep this relatively simple for folks. Maybe I just leave it. I mean, it's not that bad. Maybe I just leave it. Maybe we just leave it. I only ask about the anvil because bronze work hardens, unlike iron, and gets more brittle and hard the more you work it until it's annealed. Oh. Kind of like aluminum. Aluminum's the same way it work hardens. Dang. Well, maybe we just leave it. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. I don't know. If you come up with something, you can tell me about it later. Okay, so that's good. That's good. Okay, so all three of these are done. So all we're left with now is storage, Andron. Let's do the Andron. I want to do different color beds this time around. Let's do lime green, because it's weird. Regular green. Magenta. Brown. And gray. Oh, I don't have enough room to do all those anyways. Well, that's fine. Let's see here. Ugh. There we go. That'll have to do. Okay, and then now we do storage here. Oh, boy. Let's see, we do this and this. That's gonna have to do. And then we've got the store. Why is this like this? Weird. Oh, I think I remember this. I think I remember saying we were going to have to remove this at some point. Okay, there we go. Okay. This is the store. So, and since it has the side entrance here, I feel like this is the entrance that people come into to when they work this place. So let's do a counter. Like that. Oop. So we have a counter, right? So when you come in through this door, and you have this whole counter right here. You have this counter area, and maybe you've got countertop and storage. Okay. And then the shoppers, they'll have shelves here and there. We'll do it over here too. Whoop. And you know what? Actually, we can do this a little bit cooler. Let's do something like this. There we go. All right, don't like that. There. What are they selling? No idea. There we go. No idea what they're selling, but they're selling something. Okay. Is that it? Did we do it? We got everything? I think we do. I think we do. So then we just got to do Pithoi. Okay. So after Knossos, we did the Heraklion Museum, of course, because you're in Heraklion. You got to do the Heraklion Museum. I mean, that's how it goes. I mean, and then after Crete, we took the ferry back. There we go. That looks like so much better now. And then let's see here. The next day, we ended up going to Delphi. But on the way to Delphi, I showed my dad Gla, which is a pretty wild site, Bronze Age site. Has the longest continuous citadel wall in all of Bronze Age Greece. So pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. And it's huge. The wall is big. Not as big as Tiran's, but still pretty big. And then after Gla, we went to Mitru. I showed him Mitru. We actually walked out to the island, which is always a cool thing to do, because you can walk out to the island. It's not something you got to take a boat for or anything like that. And we walked around Mitru, and I showed him some of the cool stuff there, like the road that you can see in the Scarp. You know, cool, just generally interesting things. After Mitru, we totally forgot to stop at Thermopylae. We were going to stop at Thermopylae and check it out, but we just completely spaced it. Totally spaced it. So, yeah. So we didn't get to go see Thermopylae. And then we ended the night in Delphi. And if you've never been to Delphi, let me tell you, it is one of, if not the most gorgeous places in all of Greece. Mount Parnassus is just stunning. Absolutely stunning. It's just, yeah, it's crazy. Oh, what do we got going on here? Just item frames on the side instead of trapdoors? Yeah. Empty item frames? Well, let's try it. We can try that. We'll try empty item frames. Where was that? Was it up here? Nope. It was downstairs. And then the next morning we went to Delphi, Sanctuary of Apollo, and the museum. Nope. Can't do item frames. Can only do it if like that. I don't know. I don't really like that. I don't really like that at all. And so that was nice. And then from there, we drove to Olympia. We were going to stop at Vudeni, which is a Mycenaean rock-cut chamber tomb cemetery, but it was closed. And they were closed like temporarily for like a while, I guess. Really unsure why. So that was kind of weird that they were just closed. Yeah, and then let's see, we ended up in Olympia. By the way, how do we like this? I think that's done. I think we can call that done. Olympia is I'm not a big fan of the site. It's an all right site. Olympia is another spot that's really nice, a really nice area. I will say that the guy whose Airbnb we stayed at is phenomenal. The dude is amazing. He owns a little taverna there called the Symposio of Taverna. The Airbnb we stayed at was called Yorgos Rooms. And the guy is just the nicest dude you will ever meet. He's a motorcycle guy and a car guy, and so we hit it off really well. I had stayed at his place last year as well. Wonderful dude. If you're ever going to Olympia, let me know. I will absolutely 100% recommend him. It's just he's a great dude, absolutely great. And it's nice to be able to go and eat at the place that the guy that owns the place that you're staying at too. I mean, it's kind of nice. So then let's see, after Olympia, then we went and drove down to Pylos to go see the Palace of Nestor. And while checking out the Palace of Nestor, we had another earthquake, which shook the whole building, which was really cool and fun. So it was really wild to feel that. Oh, this is definitely the shop. That means this over here is the Andron, right? Yeah, look at that. Andron. Then after Pylos, we drove up to Tiryns to go see the Mycenaean Citadel of Tiryns, which is one of the most underrated Mycenaean sites. Total. I mean, just it's amazing. It's an amazing site, and hardly anyone ever visits it, and it's a shame. It's an absolute shame that people don't visit it more, because it is amazing. The whole thing is just, it's got these massive walls, and I mean massive walls. Some of them are 15 meters thick. That's actually, I really like Tiryns, which is why I'm doing Tiryns in the Bronze Age Minecraft world this season. Because I like it so much, and I think it needs to get more love. But yeah, it's a phenomenal site. So we went and saw that, and then we went to Mycenae the next day in the Mycenae Museum. Then after that, we went to Nafplio, which is a port city and used to be the capital city before it got moved to Athens. And then after Nafplio, we went back to Athens, and the next morning got on a flight back to where we were going. So yeah, we did this big, huge circle through Greece, and it was great. Lots of sites. We missed a few sites, some sites that I really wanted to go see. Oh well, there's always next year, of course. Yeah, Gla is weird. Gla is... Nobody goes and visits Gla. They want to make it into a site, but nobody ever goes and visits it, like a tourist site. I don't know. They're rebuilding it, which is pretty cool. A lot of some people don't like that, but I think it's cool that they're rebuilding it. So this is an interesting layout. This house is. This one's very interesting because it's got like this little like reception area, and then the hallway, and then like, yeah. I think this will be our enchanting setup. I might just slap this stuff down and then call it a night, because I'm getting tired. Still battling that jet lag a little bit. Was this go outside? Yeah, this goes outside. So this is kind of a reception room almost. And upstairs, what do we got upstairs? We got this room with storage. Okay, and then this room, also a storage. Huh. Okay, so sort of mirrored. Interesting. Well, this definitely, I keep wanting to turn. This definitely seems like a project for another night. That's what I'm thinking. Oh wow, you went all over Southern Greece? Yeah, I did. We went all over. I would really like to go visit Northern Greece at some point, and I would also like to do some island hopping. I'd also like to meet somebody and befriend somebody who has a boat, a sailboat, because I would love to just go sailing sometime. Nowhere in particular, just sailing in the Aegean. I think it'd be cool. Nothing too crazy, nothing like a big old giant catamaran, even something like a small, like 25 footer or something like that, single mast. I don't really, don't really care. I think it'd be neat to be able to hop on a boat and just kind of sail around. But anyways, I think that's going to be it for tonight. Let me go ahead and take Olynthos off of the... I guess I didn't really need Olynthos on the screen this entire time. We're going to put this bad boy up here. You can't see it yet. There we go. So yeah, that's going to be it, folks. I want to thank you for coming out and hanging out with me on this sort of... I don't know, surprise stream. Yeah. This weekend on Saturday is a special surprise collaboration video. It's going to be something that is completely different. We might start the hype train on it. We'll see. Well, I'll talk with the other person and see what they say, but it's going to be an interesting one. So I really hope you'll check it out. And yeah, so I will post those pictures of the play on Discord. If you're not on my Discord yet, definitely go check out some of my other videos. It has the Discord link, and check out those pictures. So see ya.